Hello YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Welcome to the live coverage of the Extreme World Racing League's Formula 1 Season 5, Round 11 of 22. I'm Emerson Arden, and we're here tonight at the virtual Hanoi, Vietnam for the Vietnamese Grand Prix. Happy New Year all. 100 EWRL Formula 1 events have been ran since the inception of this series back in 2016. We begin the track into 2021 with race number 101. It's going to be broadcast number 1 for me in 2021. Race number 1 for most of these drivers in 2021. Many people looking for clean slates as we approach the halfway point through an intense season. And tonight, we have points paying round number 1 at a track that was slated to make its real F1 debut in 2021. But we still await the real life debut due to numerous reasons, as Jacob has DNF'd in qualifying. We take the virtual version of yet another Herman Tilt creation, and coming into tonight's fast and technical street course, the battle for P1 in the point standings has 1 point between the top 2 drivers. Will we have a different points leader for the first time since last season? We will soon find out as qualifying is underway. I did? Yeah. I made a oh. Huh. Let me see. See, we got an Alfa Romeo coming around. Is this Jeremy gonna set the first time? Jeremy goes top of the charts. Make sure you clip that line. A TK goes faster. Oh, what happened? Somebody got a 5-place grid penalty. Apparently, Killing for Cash got a 5-place grid penalty. I don't know how to make it shareable. It's on public. Oh, okay. So, but Troy hits the pit lane. And, alright. But we have TK top of the charts right now, 3 lap times. Jeremy's gone 2nd quickest. Freddie's gone 3rd quickest. Yeah, you make sure you clip that line. We have many things though coming around, and he's got Francis right behind him. Many things will go 4th quickest, and Francis goes 2nd quickest at 135, 178, 4V Racing Point. We have a Haas coming around, the Haas of Colton. And there's a damaged winglet on the front stretch now from that Haas, but Colton will go 4th quickest, slower than Jeremy. He'll go 4th quickest on the soft tires. He ran a 138.0, so that's not the most he can extract out of that car, but that's really from me for a loop. Let's see who's coming around next on a timed lap. No one cares. Alright, so how about James, who is returning to the league? It's not he hasn't made too many starts, but he did make a couple starts a couple seasons ago, and he'll be making a return here. He's in the McLaren tonight, trying to earn a full-time ride, along with Jacob making his return since Season 2. Marco making his return since Round 4 of this season. We could have another driver returning tonight also. Seeing if they make it in on time. But nonetheless, a lot of return drivers for the first race in 2021. Pretty good to reconnect with some people when it comes to this F1 league. And like I said in the intro, 100 EWRL F1 events have been ran. Francis winning race 100 2 weeks ago at in Monza the Italian Grand Prix. It was his first career EWRL F1 win. The 18th different Grand Prix winner. Here comes James to the start-finish line. He'll go third quickest. It's a 1:36.916. Now we'll have Red Bull coming around. That's Mark on an outlap, and we'll find the Renaults on outlaps as well, Ben and Dan. Octane on an outlap as well. Neil on an outlap as well. Robert on an outlap as well. Anybody on a time lap? Troy is. Troy is the furthest driver. Well, yeah, Troy is the furthest driver along on a timed lap. That's what I was trying to get at. Like, who's the closest to setting a lap time? We have 9 minutes here in qualifying, though. Yeah, Troy is 1 point behind Hector coming into today's race. So, pretty much the game plan for Troy to take the points lead is to just finish in the points. If he doesn't finish in the points or he DNFs, he will still stay in second. And then this is also dependent on Jonathan, who's 18 points behind point leader Hector. So Troy has to make sure he finishes at least with 7 points, 8 points today. So I guess a 6th place finish minimum for Troy to ensure he will take the points lead leaving today. Here comes Troy, though. Troy will go second quickest. And we'll find the Renault drivers now. Yeah, Ben is catching a Red Bull and an AlphaTauri. This is not going to help him one bit, but here we go onto the front straight. And Troy's retired from the session. I think he's safe. Ben will go third quickest. Mark will goes 9th quickest. And Dan will go 5th. Yeah, so there's still a lot left for Ben, but is it necessary for Ben to have to go out there and set another lap time? Because remember, we have 16th, 17th, and 18th that are not going to advance. We have Jacob, who's already retired from the session, so he will not make it. Neil goes third quickest. Define safe, because I mean, if everybody behind you sets a faster lap time, well then no, you're not safe. Does everybody behind you need to set a lap time? No, but I don't know. Let's see, we have the AlphaTauri of David coming around to finish a timed lap. He's got a Renault behind him. I think that's Ben still trying. He's heading into the pit lane now there. So David trying to make it out of Q1. And this lap time is not going to be bad at all. He'll go third quickest, actually, a 1:34.787. Let's see. Many Things is actually coming around to finish a lap 2. Many Things to the line. We'll go 9th quickest. Now we'll catch up with Colton, who is on an outlap. Yep. The Mercedes. Jonathan Cox into the final 2 corners. We know how fast Jonathan is. Where does he put himself on the chart without hitting the wall? We'll go 5th quickest. That is pretty low, but it's only Q1. And the positioning in Q1 doesn't really matter if you're not in the battle for the final 5 spots. Catch up with Zane in the Racing Point. He will go 13th quickest at the moment. He is safe. And all of a sudden, Jeremy, when you were 8th, you could have said you were safe. And if you retired from the session, well, now you're 14th. TK feels he is safe from the top of the charts. Troy feels the same way. Francis does as well. Let's see who's coming around. So, yeah, Markle and Killing for Cash has 2 grid penalties. Actually, Killing for Cash does. Markle has a grid penalty from the earlier incident. So, it's not looking too good no matter where Killing for Cash ends up. But, let's see. Coming around, we have the AlphaTauri. Many Things is on an invalid flyer. And Octane on an outlap following Jonathan Cox. Octane's gonna get ready to go on a lap here. He's in 9th. So, oh. And that was his teammate James that came up behind him. He's getting ready to go on a lap also. And James right now in 12th. He's getting on it. Octane's hitting the pit lane once again. We'll ride on board with James, who's currently wrapping his way up through Sector 1 here. Two and a half minutes left in Q1. Will Markle be able to get out of Q1 right now? Yeah, Markle is using ERS. Oh, Many Things is... Oh, no. And Many Things right now is on the cusp of being eliminated if one of these bottom 3, if Robert or Freddie or Markle, if they set a faster lap. And Markle right now is still on that ERS, but it's coming through the S's now. Oh, but it was invalid, I think. Yeah, I see that. But yeah, Many Things had an invalid lap time. And it what? Oh, you know what? It was that final sector. He invalidated it, I think. Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. Yeah. He's going to make it to Q2 with that time, but he's not going to be able to participate. So he's going to start 15th, basically, is what it's saying. That's right. But anyway, Freddie has made it in at the moment to Q2. We still have Markle to go, and Robert and Colton is out there on an outlap. Oh, will you have enough time? I don't think Colton's going to have enough time. Oh, Markle will not make it. And there's Kyle joining the session. Kyle will not have enough time to get a lap time in. And Robert is on a cooldown lap. Colton is still trying. How much time is left in the session? Because it says 14 seconds. 55. Okay. All right, Kyle. There's a Red Bull open. Do you know how to select it? Oh, I don't think it matters now. Okay. You'll probably have to wait. It'll put you in the car for the race. Yeah. But yeah, you're gonna be teammates with Markle, Kyle. So somebody you know. Yeah. Do you know how to do it, Kyle? Hit square and then look for the open Red Bull seat and then click X and then click take control. And Colton has started a lap from the looks of it. It's pretty much either Colton or Freddie. Killing for cash, he's going at it again. Also, Jonathan's gone even faster. There was not really a need to, but he did. It's a 134-178 for Jonathan Cox. And Colton now heads down into the hairpin. Such a long straightaway. You got to be really focused on not missing that braking point. Dan says, I'm Dan. David says, GP2 engine. Kyle says, when one driver, aka me, is late to qualifying. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. But Colton looks like he made it. He got 12th. Colton does make it, and I think that knocks Freddie out. It did? Oh, well, no. But many things will start 15th. So here's what happened. Knocked him out, yes. But that's because he crashed the car. Yeah. Oh yeah, Killing for Cash did jump him. That's right. Yeah, why'd you leave the session? You can rejoin the session, but yeah, well, here we go with Q2 though. 14 drivers in Q2. Don't be AFK for the start of the race again. Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. So who all... Many things, Dale, Risky. Who else didn't make it? Markle. Who else? There was one... No. Yeah. Yeah, huh? You're right. That's right. So yeah, many things in Dale, DNF in Q1, Risky and Markle just get knocked out. Meanwhile, Kyle just comes in late and doesn't get the settle time. But yeah, back to business here in Q2. It's a Haas driver leading the way around. And it is, yeah, that's Colton. He wants to get the first time in. Wants to hear me say Colton top of the charts, doesn't he? Here we go. Colton will start the first timed lap of the session. He'll have one of the Renault drivers starting a lap with him. That'll be Dan. Then, brother Ben. The Racing Point of Francis will have the McLaren of James. The AlphaTauri of David. The Alfa Romeo of Robert. He's got to get the best spot he can here because he's got 10 places worth of grid penalties. I mean, he has to make Q3 for him to not start last. Let's jump back up with Colton, who's clocked in. He clocked in 12th at the end of Q1 to make it in. Were you able to pick a car, Kyle? Is he not in here anymore? I think he is. Yeah. No, that's what I saw, but is he no longer in the party? Colton has an invalid first lap, so Colton will not go top of the chart. It will be Dan Park at a 136.628 going top of the chart. Then it'll be brother Ben going in higher, a 136.570. Then the Racing Point of Zane, he'll go third quickest, a 137.426. Next we'll have the Alpha. Oh, there's McLaren crossways on the track. That's on the exit of turn 13. And he's gotten back going. Well, we'll find David hitting the pit lane. It looks like Killing for Cash at the moment can do no worse than fourth. But it looks like he's also on a slow lap. It looks like he'll be coming back in. Oh no, he's on a he aborted his first lap. So he's gonna go for it again. Let's see who else is coming around. We have the Racing Point of Francis starting. No, he's gone top of the charts, actually. 134.624 for Francis. And Ben does improve a couple tens. He'll go actually 136.1. And now we'll catch one of the Mercedes drivers on an outlap. That will be Jonathan, the furthest along. And we'll find Robert. Now coming through turn 12 on the way to turn 13. And Robert will go a 138.948. And we will find Jonathan on the mediums. No, it's actually going to be Neil coming around on an outlap. Then we'll find... It'll be Troy on an outlap as well. The Haas of Colton is coming around, not looking very healthy right now. We'll find... I guess it will be Jonathan, the next driver on an outlap. I'm sorry, on the timed lap. Oh, Jonathan gets a little loose off of turn 13, just trying to hammer the throttle down to get all he can through this S section. Absolutely flying. 5 times on the boards now. Oh, it's going to be a little tight on turn 22. He didn't hit the apex there. Here we go to 23. Jonathan will go second quickest. They won 35.645 for the Mercedes of Jonathan Cox. Then it's going to be Troy. I'm sorry, not Troy. That'll be TK starting a timed lap. And we'll have Ryan coming around to start a timed lap. The Mercedes of Neil comes through the S section. The final sector through turn 22 and 23 now. Neil will go second quickest. It'll be a 134.692. Next we'll find the McLaren of Octane. No, he's on an invalid lap. But the Ferrari of Troy will go fourth quickest on the mediums. It's a 136.129. The AlphaTauri of David. He goes through 19. Now 20. 21. Oh, and Robert has lagged out of the session. Here comes David. He'll go 7th of 9. The Mercedes of Octane will be starting a timed lap. And here comes TK through 19. TK will come through the final corner. TK will go third quickest on the mediums. It'll be a 135.225. Next we'll find a Haas of Ryan coming to the final corner. Ryan will go 8th quickest out of 11. It'll be a 137.203. Next we'll find a McLaren of James working his way through 21 and now 22, going a little tight. He misses the apex there in 22, but through 23, where's it gonna put him? Go 11th quickest. TK thinks he is safe. And one of the Renault drivers, that is Ben, starting a timed lap. The Haas of Colton coming around to start one as well. Let's catch up with our season 3 champion Ben. He goes purple in sector 1 actually. Neil feels he is safe. Francis feels they are safe. Robert has rejoined the session to try to get out of that bottom 4. Beautiful apex at turn 11 for Ben. He's catching up to McLaren, though, and I think the McLaren's on a hot lap also, but let's see. Into the S as we go. No. Still could shape up to be something. It will take him top of the charts nonetheless. It'll be a 134.414. Wow. Here comes Colton. He's aborted the timed lap, but he's getting ready to start another here. Oh, he just hit somebody's winglet. It's gone flying there. Oh, man. Here's the racing point of Zane. He's on an invalid lap, and he's getting ready to start another here. Zane starts another lap. It'll now be brother Dan on an invalid flyer. Here comes Dan. It's not going to be a good one, but he's going to start another timed lap, and now we'll catch up with the Alfa Romeo of Robert, who's starting a timed lap. The AlphaTauri of David starting a timed lap. And here's the Haas of Colton. Colton will go 12th quickest. And Troy is thinking he is safe for the 6th position. He doesn't think he's safe, but he's locking in what time he has. Colton will not be able to make it into Q3. It'll be 12th for the Haas. Here comes Zane struggling through 21. That was probably... Oh, he hits the wall for 22. And Zane will go 9th quickest. It'll put Ryan on the bubble, who's out there. Yeah. And he's on a flyer now. And Corey is locking in that time. There's not much he can do if he didn't have enough to go for another hot lap anyway. And there's a purple sector 2 for David. Oh, a little wide at the entry of turn 13, but he'll work his way to the S's now. Oh. He's just got to beat a 37-2 at the moment, but that's also if Ryan doesn't improve. David, though, looks good. He'll make it to 6th quickest. Be a 136.0. And Robert has made it to the pit lane. He will not have set another time. Right now, it is pretty much only the McLaren of James and the Haas of Ryan that are trying to knock out Dan and Zane. That's right. We'll see if Ryan can do it. And with Robert not being able to make it to Q3, Robert will start last after his 10 place of grid penalties. He's just got to make it clean through this final sector. Oh, a beautiful turn 22. And he will go, yep, easy 5th place. And now James is trending in the green by a second. What is it gonna be for James? James will not make it. Oh, man. But he tried. Wow, yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was about half a second between them, but still, that was. I didn't know how much he was turning into green in that final sector, but he crossed the sector 3 line with a second in the green, but was not enough. Dan will barely make it through, but Zane, James, Colton, and Robert will not make it through to Q3. Who else didn't make it? I just saw the list there. It was the Racing Point, the Haas, the McLaren. Killing for cash, that's right. Well, the reason he had the grid penalties weren't necessarily his fault, but from what I'm told. Yeah, we got a good. Yeah. All right, now we have Dan, Jonathan, TK. And Dan says he's so bad, but he looks to be in the Q3. I can't believe that Derrick Henry 2,000 rushing yards. Yeah. Wow. Oh, well, they should have been better. Yeah, wasn't good enough in the AFC. Here we go. Dan is going to start the first timed lap. So purple sector 1 for Dan as he starts the session. Here comes Dan now through to turn 13. And Dan will go top of the charts. It's a 1:35.906. Jonathan will go top of the charts. It'll be a 1:33.782. I totally didn't hit the NFL app and didn't leave the party for a couple minutes. Yeah, I was totally not checking scores and still seeing... What? Yeah, no, that's the whole point. That's the whole reason why that game was important. Troy will go second quickest to 1:34.204. We'll have an AlphaTauri of David who will go fourth of 4. It'll be a 1:36.486. The Renault of Ben will cross the line and go third of 5. It'll be a 1:34.256. But yeah, that's why the Dallas-New York game was so important, because if Washington loses, the winner of that game, you know, is the NFC East winner. All right. You're gonna have to stop playing music over the mic now. It'll be a purple sector 1 for Octane as he works his way through 6 and 7. Octane might have something here. David went for another lap. I thought his 1:36 was his benchmark, but here he goes. He's into the pit lane. Oh, and Octane's invalidated his lap. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is the fastest outlap I have ever seen out of TK. Man, this is flying for an outlap. Here it comes down to turn 22, though. He begins his timed lap. We'll find the racing point of Francis working his way through 22, and this is a timed lap. Francis goes second quickest of 34.166. Dan getting ready to start another timed lap. No, he's heading to the pit lane. We'll find Neil on a flyer. And Ryan went straight off in turn 13. Yeah. This lap better be good from TK, ordering people to get out the way. It's gonna be a second quickest lap time. It'll be a 1:34.143. David starts another timed lap, and Francis is retired from the session. He will not go out and try to better his third place time at the moment. His time of 1:34.166. Neil hits the pit lane, and there's a caution at the hairpin. That's just TK out of fuel. That's right. We'll find the Haas of Ryan coming through. Now he gets to order the Ferrari out of the way. Man, Ryan was putting everything into that S section. Where's he gonna put him? He will go 8th out of 9. The purple sector 2 for David. And David will go 7th quickest. Yeah, TK will not get another lap, and Troy goes top of the chart. It'll be a 1:33.716 for Troy. Now, Jonathan is on a lap, on an out lap now. Can he get it over there in time and try to top it? Ben is turning in the green right now. David is on a lap. And Octane is currently trying on a lap now. So he'll catch up with the Season 3 champ Ben as he works his way through the S's. And Troy, this could be the race. He takes over the points lead, and he would make that task a lot easier starting first if he's able to hold on to the provisional pull that he has at the moment. Ben goes third, a 1:33.939, close, but no cigar. He got it? Alright. And David will improve, but only stays 7th. Octane is. He's been pushing. Now Octane's got to nail these S's. Oh no! He cut the corner. Yeah, I do that too. I felt that. Comes Dan. Tiptoeing through there now through 22. Yeah, there's not much he could have done there. And it's all Jonathan. Can Jonathan take pull? It's gonna be, I mean, fractions of a thousandth. At the moment he does. Oh man. Here we go through 22. He's got to make the corner. That was tight. And to the line, Jonathan Cox will get pole position of 33.573. And the race to the line. Ben and David crawl to the line. But it'll be Jonathan Cox on the pole position. That was actually that was close. He nailed that third sector. It'll be Troy second, Ben third, TK fourth, Francis fifth, Neil sixth, David seventh over Dan eighth, Ryan ninth, and Octane 10th. Did not set a time. Your strategy for what? 14th? Oh. Anyway. Yeah, I hate that that's... Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Here we go. The final race of the first half of the season. Here at the Hanoi Street Circuit. Before we get underway with today's race, we go on the all-important formation lap. My goodness, man. They suck. They suck. We'll just continue on with the starting grid. And of course, row number... My goodness, so many people. Oh my goodness. That's like 8. What is going on? Yeah. But on the front row, we're going to have Jonathan Cox, who's 18 points behind point leader Hector coming into today. And Troy comes in 1 point behind Hector. Row 2 will find Season 3 champ Ben, and alongside of him, it'll be the Ferrari of TK. Row number 3 will find the Racing Point of Francis and the Mercedes of Neil. Row number 4 will find the AlphaTauri of David and the Renault of Dan. Row number 5, it'll be Ryan in the Haas and Octane in the McLaren. Row number 6 will find our way back to the start-finish line, and we'll find the other half of the grid is at the start-finish line. We'll find the Racing Point of Zane alongside the McLaren of James. Row number 7 will find the Haas of Colton and the AlphaTauri of many things. Row number 8 will find the Alfa Romeo of Jeremy and the Williams of Freddie. Row number 9, we're going to find the Williams of Jacob and the Red Bull of Markle. And row number 10, we're going to find the Alfa Romeo of Killing for Cash and the Red Bull of Kyle. Kyle making his first start in a couple seasons along with Jacob and James. If the game won't let you control your car, David, after the start, go ahead and leave and then try to rejoin. But it could be just a formation lap glitch. It's half the grid over here. They were wondering what took y'all so long. But here we go. It's time to bring the action. And it is lights out, and away we go. Jonathan Cox tries to clear Troy. Troy is actually going to try to get overtaken. Now they're going to go 3 wide into the corner. Neil's going for second contact with Jonathan. They continue on, but that was questionable from Neil. Now side by side, the Racing Point Francis just slides in front of the Mercedes of Neil. Everybody singles it out, and this back straightaway is going to be a slipstream fest. Everybody makes it through the first set of corners. We continue on. Oh, there's contact in the back. Winglets everywhere. Oh, Kyle is wrecked out of the session. And it's going to be a safety car. What had happened? Oh my goodness. Yes, we can reverse those. How many people are going to be coming into the pit lane here to repair wing damage? And yeah, that was something else. Jonathan and Neil getting together. I had just mentioned, because Jonathan had a quite aggressive start a couple weeks ago at Monza, and I had just mentioned it to him to take it easy, and then he's not gonna like that very much after being told that, and then being told, and then being like made contact with in the first corner of the very next race. So that's something we'll look at. A lot of time penalties going to people speeding into the pit lane. Ryan is laggy. Oh, that's what Dan said in my chat. Yeah, David's got a drive. Wow. Here's the safety car, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. Half the field is replacing wings back here and taking all that fun stuff. Adrian says, I try to avoid this track at all costs. I give that to you. David, let me know if you're able to control your car now. Dan said, LOL, scary. Yeah, so Kyle did all that work to try to join us back and died at the end of the first sector. I don't know, man. Yeah, save a replay. I'd like to see that later. Just to see it, not for anything. So let's take a look back here. Jeremy's now back in 19th. I think he had to replace a wing along with Markle, and James has already lagged out of the session, has made his way back into the session. Good thing his safety car is out. Dan is back here as well. I think he's replaced front wing. And Jonathan, of course, is leading the race and got ran into by his teammate. And it looked like Neil and him made contact. Ah. And then from then on, the last car to stay out is Jacob, right now in 14th position. And he's going to have a pretty hot Jonathan Cox all over the gearbox of that Williams. And then Killing for Cash has made his way to 13th. Colton in 12th, but has a penalty, I think a 5-second penalty for something under the safety car, I would assume. David has a drive-through, which that has got to suck. Jeremy also has a 5-second. Let's see. Many Things is in 10th over Freddy 11th. They gone clean. It'll be Zane and Octane 9th and 8th. And then David has a drive-through, which I'm not sure what had happened. I assumed he just sped under safety car. But then from then on, Ryan 6th, TK 5th, Neil 4th, Francis 3rd, Troy, who at the moment is your point leader, in 2nd, and our Season 3 champion, who's currently on quite a long winless streak. Somewhere in the mid-20s now in terms of winless streak. But Ben leading now behind the safety car. The safety car heading in this lap. So everybody stagger and give each other space. When the leader is now the one in control of the field, the safety car has hit the pit lane. And through turn 2, we are back to racing. Let's see if everybody makes it through this final corner clean at half speed. Looks like they will. Oh, into the wall goes Killing for Cash. That was huge. And here comes Jonathan sending it to the inside of the Williams. And he'll try to get a 2-for-1 special there. He'll get Killing for Cash as well. Here comes Dan going by as well, going around the outside of the Alfa Romeo. And oh, contact with Jacob. Now they're almost 3 wide. Coming through the turn 5 there on the way down the straightaway. He's going to look to the left side. James looking to follow Dan as well. It's getting really tight back here, but all that goes on. Everybody's pretty much singled on, but here we go with the Slipstream Fest on this backstretch. And Troy with his ERS stays out in front of hard pressuring Francis. He'll continue on. Neil, TK, Ryan, David looks like he'll come in the coming laps if he doesn't want to get disqualified anyway. Jonathan up to 12, Dan up to 14. There's a caution in sector 2. Hey, there's some debris back there or something. And both of the Alfa Romeos now having fun in last. And David into the pit lane for his drive-through. As Ben sets the fastest lap, a 1:39.440. Of course, it's the first lap at green. And Marcos crashed out of the session in the S's. Oh, man. And looks like no flag for it. He is off the racing surface, so we should be fine. But both of the Red Bulls not doing too well. As we continue on, Ben now has a 1.4 second advantage at the front of the field over Troy. And now, how aggressive will Troy be on the ERS, trying to fend off Francis? Jonathan Cox has made his way into the points already. And meanwhile, Many Things and Zane go at it for 8th. And Ben is now gone at 1:39.124. And everybody up front is pretty much singled it out for the most part. Octane holding station at 7th. And Jonathan now on Many Things for 9th into the first corner. Many Things fights back. But Jonathan around the outside. No. Still fighting back. Jonathan loose. Manythings gets cleared back by Jonathan. Oh, Manythings almost into the barrier. Did he hit the barrier? Nice aerial shot of the straightaway here with Freddie now under attack from the Haas of Colton. Woo! Getting tight. Whoa! That was very tight between Freddie and Colton, but I don't think they made contact. Oh, and Freddie's gone wide, and here comes Colton. No, and there's a winglet gone. And James has to avoid running into the back of both of them. Dan stuck behind the Williams now. Francis goes fast. It's a 138, 540. And Manythings actually going by the racing point of Zane as Jonathan's still stuck in the 10th position. And they continue to battle out. Oh, Manythings! Oh, what was that? Zane looks like he's going to get back by Manythings. They're going to get squeezed. And now Manythings gets passed by Jonathan. Both of them have DRS. And now Jonathan with the crossing under the racing point. He'll get to 8th. There's a caution in sector 2. There's an AlphaTauri off there. Is that Manythings? Manythings has now lost that 10th position to Colton, so I think Manythings had an off. Manythings is locking up every corner. My goodness. As David has hit the pit lane again. And Colton up to 9th. Oh, and into the back of the AlphaTauri. James, it's Manythings. Francis now reeling in Ben a little bit. Actually, it's maintained a little bit at 1.6 tenths. 1 second. 1.5. But, is it gonna be back-to-back races where we see a Francis and Ben battle up front at 2? Well, ultimately very similar tracks in terms of layout when it comes to long straights and tight corners. Neil's hit the pit lane. Yeah, you can. Yeah, press square and find your name. Jonathan now pressuring Ryan. And somebody's got a ringtone on or something in the background. Okay. The gaps are gone, but Francis has DRS on Ben and really closing the gap now. At the moment, don't know what the gap is, and well, the intervals are somewhat refreshing. We'll take it off for now. As drivers hitting the pit lane. Does one of these two drivers maybe try an undercut? We'll see as they come through the S section. Neither of them will pit this lap. And Ryan is coming in from the 6th position. And here comes Zane as well. And a caution in Sector 3. David has crashed out. It's a VSC. Wow, the bottom half of the field got helped out with the timing of that VSC. Most of the bottom half of the field was coming by the pit entry there. And we're back to racing, and it's gotten really tight up front. Francis trying to get around Ben. Oh, was he driving? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody said you were stuck in a wall. We continue on Francis with the DRS, the slipstream on Ben. He broke his wing and then crashed into S's. Yeah, that is 3 Red Bull cars out of this race. The last Red Bull car around is Manyfinks in the AlphaTauri. Here comes Francis to the right side, and Francis to the race lead. Francis trying to go back to back to start his win total in EWRL F1, and Ben has to go once again toe to toe with Francis if he's gonna take this one. Oh, and Francis gets the undercut too if they're going to be on the same strategy. TK is pit as well. And it's a 5-second time penalty for Jonathan Cox for speeding into the pit lane. And Colton will hit the pit lane. And Jacob has a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. And TK comes out right behind Neil. So race leader Ben has a 1.4 second advantage over Troy. But Troy is on mediums, and then he'll probably be going to softs. And Troy's looking to take over the lead of this race for the time being. Whenever Ben does come in, I can't imagine he won't come in this lap. The caution in sector 2. That's TK down in the hairpin, turn 11. Not having the time of his life as the race leader Ben hits the pit lane. It'll be the Ferrari of Troy taking over the race lead on the race where, as long as he finishes in the points, he'll be taking over the point lead. Ben is down and away, and Francis will go flying by in the racing point. And that is a large undercut. Ben's going to be behind Neil. And he'll be racing TK on pit exit. No, he'll be racing Neil on pit exit. But Ben does get around Neil. I forgot you do straight line the pit, the first 2 corners with the pit exit here. But still, it's about a 5-second advantage Francis got just from the undercut. That is insane. There's race leader Troy and potentially our new point leader. Trying to see if he can make the inverse strategy work better. And here he comes, actually. Francis will come by. Troy's going to medium hard. And then here comes Francis for the race lead. Ben goes by. And Troy will be racing Neil and his teammate on pit exit. Jonathan Cox goes fastest. 1:38.465. On the mediums with DRS, and a 5-second penalty for Freddie for speeding into the pit lane. Oh, and Jacob has wrecked out of the race. In the S's, it's going to be a VSC. Kyle with AI. Yeah, we're gonna love next week Abu Dhabi. Yes, Marina Circuit. Oh, and VSC has been withdrawn, and Ben has actually gained on Francis. Getting quite a lot, and Francis now going to be getting now the dirty air off of the lapped Alfa Romeo ahead of him. It's all going to be slipstream. That's 4.1 seconds now. But 4 seconds the gap now. This is going to be interesting where Ben catches the lap car, and Risky's not falling to 15th. Ooh. Jonathan's wing is intact. Oh yeah? He's missing a winglet. But it's not half a wing like many things said. Leave it to the theater kid to bring the drama. But yeah, Jonathan is really struggling in a day where he could have been going toe-to-toe with Troy in the point standings. Troy, Troy's now hit the pit lane, by the way. He's on his 2-lap-old hards. And we'll see where his strategy has him end up with the drivers on mediums. He's trying, of course, to battle with Neil for a podium. And the gap up front has now been 3.6 seconds, and the caution in Sector 1. There's a Haas stopped in Sector 1. Oh, and that's Colton, and he's been disqualified for blocking the pit exit. What? And TK's gonna have to hit the pit lane. I assume he took wing damage. Oh, that is a lot of damage. Here comes Troy with the slipstream on Neil. And then go ahead and save that clip, and we'll look at it. And the battle for last has gotten interesting since Jeremy has now gotten a speeding penalty. At 37, that's 50 kilometers. Yeah, I think that's 60 kilometers. Caution in Sector 3, that is Killing for Cash letting him by, letting Neil and Troy by. 2.6 seconds the gap between the top two now. We're at the point now where a 3-second time penalty between the top two is a race ender. Jonathan Cox has gone faster. 136.605 on the soft compound for the Mercedes driver down in 9th. We continue on. The battle for third. Troy sizing up Neil. Once again, Troy on 4-lap-old hards to Neil's 9-lap-old mediums. Is he going to send it? He's going to send it. There's not much left in the tank for ERS-wise for either of them, really. They've been at it for third. David says AlphaTauri fits body, mind, and track barriers as Neil hits the pit lane on his 9-lap-old man. Robert has retired from the session. He retired from the menu. And then Jeremy had spun. .6 seconds the gap between the top two still. 10 laps to go. James hits the pit lane. Octane up to 11th. Octane on fresh softs. The gap up front is 2.2 seconds now. That continues to gain. The gap begins to drop. 2.1 seconds. Here comes TK back on Neil. And many things hits the pit lane. What do you mean? 6 people have DNF'd. And now both the McLarens have exhausted their pit crews and other stop. Francis has now opened the gap back up to 2.6 seconds over Ben. Jonathan gets around the racing point. There's a caution in sector 2. That's a McLaren stopped. That's James sitting crossways on the track. Oh, and it's an AI that's currently being lapped right now by Francis, and it's like all is well in that regard. But Ben has now dropped to 3.1 seconds behind Francis. And Octane a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Ben continues to try to chase down Francis, and I don't know how much he's going to be able to do. 3 seconds back, 6 laps to go this time by the start-finish line, but he continues to be trying. It's going to be tough. These two did go toe-to-toe 2 weeks ago. The last race, last race of last year. Many things just yelled in my ear there. Caution at sector 1, a racing point's gone around. That is the racing point of Zane. Octane is now up to 11th, and still looking for those points to re-earn a full-time seat. .7 seconds a gap up front. And Troy, another 10 seconds behind. Jonathan still has a shot for 4th place on his teammate Neil. We'll see how aggressive he is in that battle. And now the racing point of Francis has hit the pit lane. And they are replacing the front wing on that racing point. So now Octane looks pretty good in his position to get that point. And Freddie might have a shot at 11, though. Zane has fresh, soft tires. The battle for 8th is spicing up. Can TK find a way around a 2-time series champ? All over the gearbox now to Renna. To the left side he goes. Into turn number 1. Right side of your screen. He's going to send it and clear Dan. And I don't think Dan has anything for him on the harder and a little bit older set of tires. Back up front, the gap 2.6 seconds. And 2.5. Oh, I forgot all about that. Alright, what, Ben and I are tied on the all-time wins list. I have, I think, 15 NASCAR wins and 8 GTA wins. Or it's 16 and 7. That's where my 23 came from, and Ben's 23 are all from F1. To put any credit in that regard. Yeah, we don't do it anymore. That was a couple years ago. Nah, man, I'm barely on. Yeah, unfortunately. I know exactly. Oh, you know, Ben, you have passed me. You're one ahead of me. I have 22 wins. You want to catch and pass Markle, well, Markle and Rockstar. That's what Ben's been trying to do with his deficit. 2.5 seconds to gap, coming around to 2 laps to go. He did. Oh, man. Yeah, Ryan has even gone around Dan. And, yeah, Octane is the first driver 1 lap down. Caution sector 3, as that was, I guess, Octane letting Ben through. But, unless something drastic happens, 2 laps to go. The gap is 3 seconds. Not impossible, just a very tall task. Jacob says, thanks for letting me join. No idea that I'd be stuck on medium traction. Didn't practice for that. All good. Abu Dhabi will be better. Fun race. Yeah. Oh, yeah. you're in the Facebook group, you can look at the rule book there. All the rules are on the rule book. Yeah, I guess that would have been a good thing to brief you on, that you're not gonna be able to run full traction. It's alright. Oh, the battle for 10th. Zane has gotten back by Octane. And now Freddy's working on Octane. Octane's on 5-lap old mediums. Meanwhile, Zane and Freddy on softs. They both have gotten by now. And then Octane also had a penalty. Not looking good in his favor. The gap up front now, 4.6 seconds. And Troy going for fastest lap. He had the gap, so why not, I guess. But the final lap has begun here at the Hanoi Street Circuit. The first points-paying round for the Extreme World Racing League in Vietnam. Well, virtual Vietnam, at least. And Francis is looking to go back-to-back wins to start his EWRL F1 win count. And Neil in a fierce battle with Jonathan. I think Neil got caught up with a lap car. And Jonathan is all over the place trying to catch. No, he's gonna have DRS though. We'll see. That battle will continue on to the wire. But Troy sitting in third. He's past the 90% mark. And I believe even if he were to crash out here, Troy will be leaving today as the EWRL F1 point leader. But Francis will come off the final corner. He'll go back-to-back. He'll win the last race in 2020 and the first race in 2021. Ben will come home a bridesmaid once again. It'll be second position. Ben, 2 races in a row. Both of them the Francis. Both of them at tracks with super long straightaways. The fast tracks. Ben is only second fastest. Troy trying to go for fastest lap. He gets there. It's a 1:35, 8:23, and a podium for Troy. The battle for fourth. The teammates going at it tooth and nail, but it's going to be Neil over Jonathan. Fourth and fifth, many things. The lockup king today. I don't think there's a corner I've not seen smoke out of that AlphaTauri's front tires, but many things will come home sixth. TK will come home seventh. Yeah, I'll look at it. And Ryan will come home in eighth. Dan will come home in ninth. Yes, you are, Jacob. I checked today that you were. So we have a Canadian, an American, and a Swede on the podium today. Yep, it is Francis getting his second career EWRL F1 win. And once again, the last race in 2020 and the first race in 2021, they're both his. Ben will come home second in both of them. Troy gets the fastest lap and takes over the point lead on the season. Neil comes home fourth. Jonathan should be going up to second. Not yet, actually. Jonathan will still be third. Many things down in sixth. TK, Ryan, Dan, and Corey will get 1 point. It'll be a full-time ride for Zane. That'll get sorted out in its own. But we'll take a look at the incident report. So we have something to refer back to. Not as much of a novel as I thought. Yeah. All right. Let's get through some interviews going. I'm gonna have to join the party before we get those going. But yeah, Troy, Ben, Francis, y'all stick around for podium interviews. Wow, what a race! This is kind of exactly what I expected out of a Vietnam race. A lot of individual battles was what happened today, but the battle for the lead was its own thing. And let's go ahead and get into the party. Get ready for post-race interviews. We can get there at least. And yeah, just first race at Vietnam, and what a race it was. All right, and let's get through our post-race interviews. We'll go from the bottom to the top, and it'll be our new EWRL F1 point leader, Troy. How does that feel?
It's nothing I'm focusing at the moment. It doesn't feel so deserved since literally the leader of the standings have been absent for like the last couple of races. And yeah, it just feels weird being top of the standings halfway through the season without even getting a win in this league yet. So I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just gonna keep getting my podiums, I guess, and try to hold on for that place for as long as possible.
That's fair enough. And then today you were talking about the race. You were kind of mired in third, kind of by yourself on your own strategy. You went what? I think medium hard or. Well,
yeah, exactly.
That was a lot of people were opting for 2 stops, so you went for a 1 stop. Why'd you do that, and how'd you feel about it?
I went for a 1 stop, but I went with the harder compounds compared to the 2 guys ahead of me. They actually outsmarted me when it came to strategy today, and personally, I didn't think that soft to medium would work in this on this track, but those guys made it work somehow. I don't know if it was because of setup or if they just were saving their tires. I don't know, but yeah, credit to them 2 guys. They did the strategy perfectly, in my opinion.
Fair enough. And yeah, is this your first league race at Vietnam? How did that feel?
It is not my first one,
okay.
Second one, but
Second one.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this track. It's a good track. It's a very long straight, and yeah, the thing that probably made it difficult for me was defending on this straight. I didn't know how to really use my ERS. I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted to like let people through or if I should have used up all my ERS. So that got a bit complicated, and then I ended up with like 0% ERS halfway through the race, which made it even more difficult for me to catch up to the guys ahead. But yeah, I still like this track. It's a good track. As TK said as well, I like the third sector as well when you get it right. So yeah, it's a good track.
And we're down through 11 rounds. You mentioned this a little bit earlier. Keep getting your podiums. This is now your 9th podium in 11 races. How do you feel about that? Like, does that make you feel a certain way, or do you think you can maintain that through the second half of the season and next week being Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's possible to get even more podiums. Obviously, that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm still aiming for my first win.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of quick guys in there, and it's gonna be difficult. But I think, yeah, coming into this league or coming into this season, I didn't expect to get this many podiums. I expected maybe consistent top 5, top 6, not consistent podiums. So yeah, I'm still happy with them podiums that I have under my belt at the moment, and hopefully I'll get some more before the season's over.
Right on. Fair enough. How do you feel about Abu Dhabi next week?
It's another good track. It's also a track with different strategies, so it's gonna be interesting how people choose to play it out. And yeah, I think strategy will play a huge role there, as it did today.
Right on. Fair enough. Congratulations on your third place finish today at Vietnam and the points lead. Best luck to you next week at Abu Dhabi. Right on, and that was third place finisher and our new point leader, Mr. Troy Ye in the Ferrari, carrying the torch for Ferrari up there. And let me check constructors as well. Yeah, they got close. I got to make sure if they did take the point lead in constructors also. I'll double check that math, and I'll probably have that news next week. But now we're joined with one of the Renault drivers, finishing second, 2 races in a row, same guy, similar scenarios. This time you weren't as close, but Ben, man, how does it feel?
Second place isn't first place, but it's still good.
Yeah,
it's better than I expected, honestly. It's not a track that I like very much. It doesn't have, I don't know, you just can't really race at this track. You're either getting passed on the straightaway or you're doing the passing. It's not like Abu Dhabi next week will be more fun for me.
Why is that? Just because there's more to Abu Dhabi, I guess, or?
I like the track. I like Abu Dhabi. Look forward to it.
Right on. So when you were battling Francis initially, I think it was around lap 10 or something, and he had gotten by you. When you pitted, or I guess when he pitted, were you thinking about trying to undercut him when he just got around you, or did he just beat you to it also, or were you always planning on pitting on the lap you did?
I thought he was going to go one more lap too.
Okay.
Because my plan was to go one more lap the whole time, and I thought he was too, but he didn't have to. He made it. Good run, but it wasn't even a battle. Like, just blew by me down the straightaway. and he gets he catches 2 lapped cars in the straightaway, which is lucky, I guess. Unlucky for me. I had to pass the AI lap car on the outside in the S's.
Yeah, we were on board for that one.
Lost me half a second. And he caught Octane in the straightaway. Had ERS on him, or DRS on him. That is unfortunate. But it's a good run. I'll take second at a track that I don't like. Hopefully, when we go to a track I do like, I can get first.
Fair enough. Yeah, just about that. The gap was down to about 2 seconds, and then do you think it increased just because of the lappers, or was there anything else that kind of increased the gap?
I think we were using our stuff at different times. So, like, he would be saving his stuff when I would use mine, and then we'd switch and he pulled back to the same gap. I think we were pretty even speed-wise.
I could agree with that. Right, well, you already talked about Abu Dhabi being a track you like. But how do you think you'll do at Abu Dhabi next week?
Hopefully I'll do one better. Coming for that top spot, Francis. I'll be there.
Love to hear it. I do. I have loved, up front being a battle. As opposed to last season, I think Hector had most races locked up by the first stop.
Except for when I was there battling him.
Yeah.
Like Japan Pillars there at Canada.
Yeah.
That's the last time I won a race. It's been forever.
Yeah.
Canada last year.
Yeah. It was It's been a while. It's been over a season's worth now. So I can feel the hunger. But yeah, congratulations on the second place finish and best luck to you next week at Abu Dhabi.
Thank you.
Right on. And Francis. A Vietnam win, was that on the was that in your cards tonight? Was that what you were thinking coming into tonight's race?
No, not at all. I just expected to have like 0 pace. Top 5, I'd be happy, but I don't know. Honestly, the softs felt better than I thought, and I played it from there, honestly.
So you both kind of went a soft medium one stop, which I think you two were the only ones in the field to do that. Was that always the plan, or?
No. I actually spoke with a few others, and I said, okay, well, I think a 2-stop is like the only option, because we do not want to touch those mediums and hards, because as we saw in qualifying, they were like a second of a difference between each other, right?
Yeah.
So that was crazy. So I was like, maybe I could chance it, and the wear wasn't as bad, but it was still a large amount. It was like at 65% at the end of each stint.
So you weren't sure when you were really going to pit going into the race, or when you were catching Ben, was the plan to pit as soon as you passed him, or?
No, I told myself like whatever I can do to undercut him, I'll do it, because I told myself like, sure, the softs was the tire to be on, right? And the least amount of laps I can do on the mediums, the better it is, because it was absolute garbage for everyone. But yeah, it was just all about the undercut, in my opinion.
Yeah, that undercut, it got you quite a large margin. I don't know how much you looked at it or tried to manage it, but was there anything going through your mind when it did drop from 5 seconds down to 2 seconds?
Yeah, yeah, actually, because I was sliding and I nearly crashed out like a few times. It felt like I was driving on ice, to be honest. I'm probably not the only one who noticed it, but I was like, oh crap, it's the same scenario, but it's the roles have switched, right? So instead of my tires working and his not, it was the other way around. So yeah, I was worried.
Fair enough. Have you done a league race at Vietnam before?
Yeah, actually, and I T-boned someone in the hairpin, where I actually wrecked 2 other cars, but yeah. Torpedo.
So does this one definitely top that?
Yeah, pretty much. I wish I didn't DNF them, but yeah.
Fair enough. And then back-to-back wins is your first 2 wins in the league. And then, you close out 2020 with 1. You open up 2021 with another. What does that mean to you?
Honestly, I take it step by step. Like, I don't know. But I think it should be like a top 2 or top 3. Like, 1v1 on Rust kind of situation with Ben. But, honestly, I mean, it'll be a surprise, because I'm sure also Jonathan will be out there. It's just a run of bad strategy calls and stuff, so we'll see.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on your second career EWRL F1 win. Congratulations on the win today at Vietnam. And oh yeah, how do you think you're gonna do at Abu Dhabi? What do you think of Abu Dhabi?
So we agreed that Vietnam it's a track, but now Abu Dhabi it's a real track. So I'm aiming for a top 3. So I'll be happy whatever I get, even if it's not the winner chicken dinner. So.
All right, well, fair enough. Congratulations and best of luck to you next week.
Thank you.
Right on. Well, yeah, what a race. I didn't know exactly what to expect, but what I did think of was what we got. Again, like I said, the individual little battles, and I honestly didn't expect this many DNFs as we saw. I thought I know 6 is definitely better than the 8 2 weeks ago, but which that's really shocking. I did not expect Vietnam to have less DNFs than Monza, but evidently that was the case. And just like Monza, it was Ben and Francis duking it out once again. I think Monza was more of a battle than today, but nonetheless, we go from 2 tracks with long straightaways and tight corners to Abu Dhabi, which has long straightaways and 90-degree corners. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, make sure you tune in next Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. It'll be Sunday, January 10th, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the Yas Marina Circuit. You're not going to want to miss it. Big congratulations to Francis on his 2nd career EWRL win, and we'll see you next Sunday night.